in the stadium. It's a windy day. It will be a good occasion to keep the ball low to this impeccable Highbury playing surface. So Wiltor turning that might not deter 30-goal Thierry Henry. "75 seconds on the clock. But the shot didn't get very far for Henry. Arsenal have started their recent games so explosively. They've really blown the opposition away. Trying to do the same in Tottenham. Gus Poyet, of course, with his eye for goal. And Sheringham! And it crept on just past Teddy Sheringham. The absentees rather than those who are out on the pitch. Wiltor. Lauren arriving from right back. Gardner, who's starting as an orthodox left back. Put out by Ziga, who tries to follow it out and does so successfully. Anderton, another marvellous for Bergkamp, and indeed for Arsenal. Wiltor. Luzhny. A bit of curl on the cross, being a scorer here. Back goes Keller. Didn't grasp the ball at his highs. Poyet. Shots on. And it just bounced in front of David Seaman, where we all know it can be awkward for goalkeepers, but Seaman scooped it up on the half volley. A little bit of possession, and then a shot at the end of it from Gus Poyet for Tottenham Hotspur. Anthony Gardner, and then played it against the Tottenham defender. Edu gets it wide. There's a bit of room here for Oleg Luzhny, and plenty forward for Arsenal. Comfortably dealt with by the head of Richards. Luzhny tries again. Bergkamp. Henry. He's concentrating on keeping it down. Now Poyet. He's lost out on the grabbed hold of Patrick Vieira. And there's no alternative but for Mark Halsey to get the book out here. It was a cynical act by Poyet. More born, I think, out of frustration that he'd given the ball away. Anderton, Sheringham. Whether Mark Halsey saw all of this, I'm not sure. But he's calling Dennis Bergkamp across. He was late on just a minute or two after Poyet has gone in the book. The wind that got up during the night and is blowing unabated here. The passes are difficult to judge, but that's to do with one of the better ones. Kept pretty close to pitch level, if not exactly along the ground, and it's the defence of Anderton. Change of pace by Henry, irresistible. It's a corner to help King out. Too high for Adams. Gardner really butts it away. Bergkamp. Bergkamp, Ljungberg again, Keller again, but it rolls on in. Arsenal 1, Tottenham 0. He was thwarted a few seconds earlier, Freddie Ljungberg, but succeeded the second time. Again, the run was perfect, as was the pass. Keller got a piece of it, but not enough. A truly typical piece of poaching by Freddie Ljungberg. After a brilliant ball from Bergkamp. The backpedaling. Inexperience showing maybe from the left back, who can't stop the cross coming in. It's dealt with well by Sherwood, but Edu's on the scene. Bergkamp. Oh, Keller. Vieira. Oh, and Sherwood didn't get anything of the ball. And Patrick Vieira's on the receiving end again. And that's been rather a nasty subplot in this first half. Vieira anticipated it, but it's heading forward. Everson was glancing it on. Teddy Sheringham! Well, the flag was up. So a certain amount of relief for sure. Henri stayed on his feet. Richards didn't. Ljungberg. And the flag was up against Bergkamp. Well, it hasn't been the same old story for Arsenal. They haven't virtually put the game beyond redress before half-time, but they do lead at the interval here. Well, the sun continues to shine at Highbury, the wind continues to blow, and Arsenal will hope that they continue to progress in the pressure on Perry here, and he's rather bowed to it. It's Ljungberg. What's he going to do? He goes for a percentage ball, maybe. That could have gone in. Limped back to take up a position on the edge of the goal area. Gardner's headed it rather up in the air. It's Chelsea himself. Early for Bergkamp. Bergkamp trying to get away behind Simon Davis, but Davis able to get his challenge in. Weak one by Perry. He got to work it in. The wind might add to the difficulties for the England goalkeeper as well. But Seaman is very much up to the task, although Ziege had his arms raised to say, was that over the line, the corner taker? It was a challenge by Richards. Seaman was going backwards. Certainly worth an appeal if you're backing Tottenham Hotspur. Anderton. Simon Davis took it well. Sheringham's in the centre. Redroth there as well. As Davis was having a look at. This is Laura. And he's done wonderfully well. Cross is a bit overcooked though. One way that Tottenham would feel that they've got a chance of getting a goal today. Ziege. Vieira leant into it and steered it away. A substitution. Ljungberg. Luzhny. Bergkamp. Oh, the ball was off the ground. And Mark Halsey didn't like the look of Chris Perry's challenge. Well, Perry wasn't going to pull out. And he joins the list of Tottenham names in Mark Halsey's notebook. Henri. Now Luzhny well forward. Never scored for Arsenal. And he certainly made Casey Keller work. The goalkeeper's had an easier. Now under 21 international for England, Sherwood. Oh, and Gus Poyet. Is he in here? Now David Seaman came out, caught Poyet. And has Mark Halsey pointed for a penalty? Well, I'm not sure that he has, or has he? He hasn't made his intentions clear. It is a penalty. Seaman on Poyet, a penalty to Spurs. Well, this is a crucial decision in the context not just of this game, but in the whole Premiership picture at the top of the table. David Seaman seems to be trying to shepherd that big campaigners. Two great veterans of North London derbies, Sheringham and Seaman. And Sheringham cracks it in for 1-1. And there are 10 minutes to go. David Seaman couldn't make amends. And the best part of 3,000 Spurs supporters celebrate. The manager keeps his cool. The scorer celebrates. He went for power, Sheringham. Seaman guessed the direction. but couldn't get there quickly enough. 1-1 here, as it was at White Hart Lane in November. Vieira's lost out to Poyet. Lauren over Gardner. Kanu straight away. Wiltor. Oh, down goes Ulrich. There's another penalty. It's a penalty for Arsenal. And Mark Halsey was right there. And again, straight away, Thierry Henry was down, and Spurs Nation Cup shootouts in the Olympics as well in Australia. But this is a major test. Steps Lauren. Oh, and he's rolled it in. Keller committed himself to the left. Arsenal jubilation. It's turned back their way. And their new penalty taker has shown himself up to the task, as he has done in international football. But for his English club, straight down the middle, no power, and he was lucky, in truth. They used to say it, lucky Arsenal, and maybe that applies here. Is it in? Is it in? Yes, it is, for Arsene Wenger and Arsenal. And Anderton. Davis. Anderton has to chase back. In fact, it's Etherington who gets there first. And he's having to play on the retreat all the way back to the goalkeeper. Council of War here. Ljungberg and Henry and Vieira. Not the direct route. Kanu trying to conjure some attempts to keep the game in this part of the pitch, which they'll be happy to do to the final whistle, which now goes. And Arsene Wenger, not a man of extreme emotions, punches the air in delight. That's how close it was. Arsenal are back on top. Mark Halsey gave 2 penalties late on. Teddy Sheringham scored past David Seaman, who conceded that penalty. But then Lauren stepped into the breach when Thierry Henry went down. Seaman can smile now.